somebody, seize the moment.
Seize the moment.
Maximize the season.
Maximize the season.
Everything. There is a season and a time for every. How do we seize the moment and maximize the season of Jubilee? I have a short runway, so I'm going to take off and I'm going to land pretty soon. So you may want to write certain things down in case you miss it. There are 4 things that in this season you must do that will help you to maximize, to seize the moment and maximize the season. First thing is release. Release. Revert or reverse. Release, revert or reverse. Renew and rest. Those 4 things are applicable to any season if you are going to maximize the season and seize the moment. You need to seize the moment. You need to realize the kingdom of God suffered violence, but the violent take it by force. You got to say, okay, I can't miss out on this season anymore because it's not just me being affected or impacted. I must leave a legacy. It's time out that you make a decision just for you, just because you like it, just because. What about your children? What about your wife? What about the people that you are connected? What about the people that love you? Stop being selfish. Hello, somebody? Somebody say release.
Release.
Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to take you to Isaiah 43, but before I do that, I'm going to do this. Anytime God is causing you or calling you into a new season, He's also calling you into a new dimension. Be it spiritual or physical. I'll make myself clear. He's always calling you into a bigger place than where you are right now. He's always calling you upward into something bigger that your mind cannot comprehend. And the only way is by fully trusting Him and obeying Him. You understand, get the right perspective about the year of Jubilee. Jubilee, the essence of Jubilee, the spiritual essence of it, is to keep moving forward with God by faith. Is to keep trusting Him. I'm going to have to understand this. Because in the year of Jubilee, they were supposed to release slaves. Everything that was in your hand that didn't belong to you, you had to release it. Number 1. The land had to be reverted to its original owner. Number 2. But the thing that was so scary in the year of Jubilee is that they couldn't tilt the ground during that time. In other words, they couldn't do things that they did before that worked. What do you do when God said, don't do this, don't go to work? Hey, hello. What do you do when you have a college professorship tenure and God said, well, resign because I want you to step into full-time ministry? But God, don't you seem to understand? We only have 50 people and they can support me. God said, will you trust me? I tell you to do it. All you have to do is do it. You have to stop asking questions as if you know more than God. When God says do something, the only response He wants from you is to simply do it. So in the year of Jubilee, in the season of Jubilee, God said, I am your only source. I suffice. You're going to have to take me at my word. You're going to have to trust me because the thing that you used to do to make money will not work anymore. As a matter of fact, I want you to go and shut down everything. Oh, come on now, somebody. Am I talking to you? Yeah. If you haven't been there, live long enough in your Christian walk, He will help you to prosper in one area, and all of a sudden He says, sell the business, turn the business over, do this and do that. You say, Lord, it was working, but sometimes God had to kill something that is working to get your shit There's nowhere in the Bible that you see anybody use the jawbone of an eyes. So he said, I am an innovator. Just because I use this in this season doesn't mean that I'm going to use that in this season. Come on, that's a man. Just because you see somebody prospering, don't try to copycat. Don't try to, oh, come on. We all want to have a mega ministry. We all want to look like somebody else. In the process, we're losing our own identity. Be all that God created you to be. God has put an anointing over you. God has called you to be unique. Tell somebody, I'm unique. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made by God. I don't have to look like you. I don't have to act like you. I don't have to do the things that you do. God has called me to be me. So when God calls you, watch this, into a higher dimension, you got to let go of the things, the dead weight of the previous dimension. Tell somebody you are too heavy for the next dimension. I'm not referring to your physical side, no matter spiritual. You are too heavy. Emotionally, you are heavy. Tell somebody you are carrying too much trash from the previous house. I'm going to help you understand this. Where God is taking you to, it already has a refrigerator. Updated refrigerator. With the ice maker. The temperature control. The refrigerator that you have, that your grandma gave you back in '59.
Don't work.
You can let it go. The new house has a dishwasher. The new house has a washer and dryer. I mean, yeah, the new house. So you can leave the junk. Sometimes you see people moving from one house and one apartment to a nice house, and they carry junk that they put in the storage of the new house. Sell those things, have a yard sale and get rid of them. I don't care who gave them to you. Sometimes you have to learn how to cut the rope. Sometimes you have to learn how to say goodbye. Sometimes you got to learn how to pronounce the benediction on former things. Somebody say, release. Tell me you got to learn how to shake yourself. I'm speaking prophetically to you right now. You need to learn in this season how to shake yourself from everything or every person that attaches itself unto you for the sole purpose of sucking the light out of you. There are things that you are tolerating. There are people that you are tolerating. And as long as you tolerate them, they will never go away. They will always come back. Sometimes you got to learn how to say, no, I can't do it. Sometimes you got to learn how to kill some stuff, because there are things that we are praying God for that God has already killed, but we want to resurrect them. Kill those jokers. Kill those suckers. Kill those relationships. I'm not talking to anybody up in here. You got to learn. In other words, in order for you to move up. The same thing, I think the preachers, we are also guilty of trying to lay hands on people to resurrect them when God has already killed them. There's a problem in the body of Christ right now. Empty hands on empty heads. Empty hands on empty heads. Empty heads being released to certain ministries, birthing empty children. Same thing in the physical is applicable in the spiritual realm. I know I'm going to be graphic, but I think it will serve the purpose. When you can't release, you become what? Constipated. And there are some Christians who are spiritually constipated. We come here, we're trying to get the word in you, but because of the junk that the world system has put in you, you dare leave this place crying, telling people, I didn't feel possible today. I don't know what's going on. When you came here, you were kind of empty. But in the process, you've allowed the system of the world to fill you up, and you have not released lately. So even though the word is being preached, but you can feel the music is too loud, the person is singing too long. It takes. Because we need to release. Tell them to you, do me a favor. Shake yourself. Shake, 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 Remy.